may have noticed this little bird on Charles Tyrwhitt clothing. Well, it's not just any old bird, but a bird close to the heart of the founder of Charles Tyrwhitt, Nick Wheeler. Tyrwhitt was the name of Nick's great-great-great-great and many more great-grandfather, Sir Hercules. During the Norman conquest, he was severely wounded defending a bridge. He fell exhausted among the rushes and onto a lapwing nest. Hercules' friends found the spot where he lay thanks to the commotion of lapwings flying above him. From that day on, Hercules acquired the name Tyrwhitt, and the bird became the emblem of Charles Tyrwhitt. And now that bird needs our help as they're facing increased predation and changing farming practices. And me and my family have embarked on a 2-year project to try and get the lapwings back on their feet. Lapwing numbers have been declining across the country. The Isle of Coll actually is a bit of a stronghold for them, but I'd love to know how we can improve their lot here. It's actually quite tricky to find information on that, but the man who will know, I'm sure, is Charlie Self.
Hey Charlie!
Ex-RSPB warden here and has been dealing with these birds for a long time. What would you say is the best thing we could do to improve the lot of the lapwings?
Cattle and a good healthy cow pad is what lapwings really like. The life that you get within a cow pad, the dung beetles and particularly worms, that food source is pretty critical for them.
And we're lucky enough to have a guy called Phil on the island who is a bit of an expert on cowpats and how they could be important for ground nesting birds, and in particular, in our case, the lapwing.
But even just looking around the field here, you can just get a real feel of a healthy pat. And that is just signs of life. Really great kind of honeycomb structure. It's a habitat. It is a dense structure within that. Then you just get beetles and loads of things that then eat the beetles. So lapwing, of course, a key species for that.
So we've been grazing these fields through the winter with cattle. In February, March, the lapwings start to pair up. First eggs starting to appear at the beginning of April, and they've been thriving ever since on these fields. Most notably, in terms of lapwing conservation and other ground nesting birds, we haven't got badgers, foxes, stoats, weasels, polecats. So that is the big advantage of us being an island. But it hasn't all been plain sailing, and there's still a number of threats to the lapwings and particularly their chicks during the breeding season.
So this is a really good field for lapwings. What problems do we face?
The major problem they face is predation, ravens, hooded crows, seagulls, and literally I was here the other day and there were chicks hiding in the hoof prints here. It's good protection, but the biggest challenge they have is protecting themselves from the predation above. Got a great shot of a cuckoo up there if you want it.
If you're interested in cuckoos.
It's all the rich tapestry.
How easy do you think it's going to be to get farmers to change to more nature-friendly methods if we can get corporate sponsorship in from companies like Charles Tyrwhitt?
It's making farmers aware that this is a route, and there will be those that jump at it, and there will be those that are far slower. I think the key thing is to get the awareness out there that there is option, not just for government support through prescriptive schemes, but adapting that to the personal needs of the farm, and potentially through nature broking, getting corporate sponsorship to cover that. Well, the lapwing is probably the country's best loved farm bird. Everyone loves the lapwing. You know, he's got a bit of style about him, the crest, but you know, fierce defenders of their territory, of their young, and I think everyone respects that. I definitely don't see myself as a lapwing. A little bit of a crest.